Hello coin collectors and welcome back to the Oil Change Review. This week we're heading back to the Isle of Man, but this time for a different denomination as we look at the Rushen Abbey 20p. Now, the Isle of Man has some great designs on their 20p's and they're actually quite a nice collection if you're just aiming to get one of each design, as there aren't too many of them, particularly from 2004 when they changed just to the Castle Ruston cloth, and they are mixed in with our change quite a bit. But saying that, there are some rare ones out there as well, and I'd particularly recommend keeping an eye out for the Subaru and Ford Escort 20p coins, but we'll come on to that in a later video. Now, I wanted to cover off this one today because I quite like the coin and the history behind it. And it also gives me a chance to quickly go into die marks as well, as we've not covered those before, but we'll come on to that short. So, quick history on the Abbey. It was founded by the monks of the Slavonic Order from Furness Abbey in Cumbria in 1134 on land granted to them by King Olaf I, and continued to be rebuilt and updated until 1257 when the Abbey church was completed, and went on until it was dissolved in the 1600s and then left to become ruins. It was reclaimed again in the early 1900s when they were transformed into gardens and teas were served there, but they were stopped around about the time of the Second World War. But it was in 1998 when the Manx National Heritage acquired the site and began archaeological digs to learn more about the history of the Abbey and to find out what life was like there. Then in 2000 an interactive museum was also opened and you can still visit it to this day. Now, I don't have confirmation for the fact that this coin with a monk on was first minted in 2000 or that the museum for the Abbey was also open then as well, but it does seem a bit of a coincidence. But anyway, let's get on to the coin. We have here a monk sitting at his desk working to create a manuscript with rays of light coming through an arched window. Above it we have the name, a Celtic design and the denomination of 20p underneath. And then down here we have the die marks as well. Now, as you most likely know, a die is what they use to strike the image into the coin. And they do that repeatedly until the die is worn down and the image is not very clear, or the die breaks. Now, not every mint includes a different mark for each die that they use, but the Pobjoy Mint, who does the Isle of Man coins, do. And as you can see here is a list of the years the coins were minted and the dies they used, but not the mintage figures, as they were never released. And looking at this list, as you can see, the year 2000 only has one die mark on it. And so it'd be fair to assume there were not many minted this year. Then with 2001 there were 2 die marks minted, AA and AB, and then in 2002 there were 4 die marks minted, most likely making this the year with the most of these coins minted. And in fact this one here is 2002 as well, and the die mark you can probably just make out is AB. Now, as I mentioned before, they're a nice collection to get into if you're actually just looking to get one of each design for the Isle of Man 20p's. Though, if you then start getting into one coin from every year, the collection does start to grow, and if you also add into there trying to collect one of every die mark that was minted as well, that's when your collection starts to get really big and a little bit expensive as well. But with that, let's also talk value. As we covered, the year with the least die marks is the year 2000, and I've only found one of these coins from the year 2000 for sale, and it went for £2.75, which is not bad when you've got 20p to start with. For the others though, they all seem to be roughly the same price, no matter of the year or the die they came from. So looking at the last 5 sold online of the other years, they went for an average of 65p. Which again isn't a bad return when you're starting with 20p. But what do you think of this design, and do you have any other Isle of Man 20p's in your collection at home? Let us know in the comments section below, and if you've liked today's video and found it informative, why not like and subscribe for more content. But until next time, coin collectors, thanks for watching and keep collecting. Bye!